Hi students, today we are going to see classical encryption techniques. These are all very simple techniques which you can understand very easily. There are two techniques actually. One is substitution cipher technique and the other one is transposition cipher. Substitution ciphers are nothing but what is actually we said what is the purpose of studying this? We are going to do the encryption. What is encryption? Converting the plain text to the cipher text. Why we have to convert the plain text to the cipher text? The attacker should not understand the data which has been sent by the sender to the receiver. That is the ultimate purpose. How we can make the data into the ununderstandable form. That is the ultimate aim. If you find anything, any technique by which you can make the attacker not to understand the things which you have sent to your friend or to the intended recipient, then that is also a type of encryption technique. Here they said some simple techniques which we are going to see today. The first one is substitution cipher. Here nothing. If you take some data like this is my data, uh, going. This is the data which I am sending. Okay. So if every alphabet has been replaced, every single alphabet is replaced by the some other alphabet, then substitution. I am doing some substitution. So it is called substitution techniques. If single alphabet if single alphabet is replaced by the other single alphabet, then it is monoalphabetic substitution. If a set of or poly group of alphabets are substituted, then it is polyalphabetic substitution. What is the example of monoalphabetic substitution is Caesar cipher, and the polyalphabetic substitution is Virginia Hill cipher, etc. And what is transposition cipher? Transposition is nothing but we can also confuse the attacker by changing the positions of the bit. See, our data can be like this Bala. If I change the position, like what will be the cipher text if I change the position of the four characters called Bala? I can do like this ABAL. If he reads also, he cannot understand what is the original text I have sent because I have misplaced. I have changed the transferred the position of the bits so that the others cannot understand what I have sent to the receiver. This is called transposition, changing the position of the data. Okay, in these two things, we'll see some examples to work out the substitution cipher and the transposition cipher. The first one is elementary substitution technique, as I said. Yes, a substitution technique is one in which the letters of the plain text are replaced by the other letters or by the numbers or symbols. If the plain text is viewed as sequence of bits, then the substitution involves replacing plain text bit patterns with the ciphertext bit patterns. See, I'll give the monoalphabetic cipher example. See, if each letter is substituted for another unique letter, then it is called monoalphabetic cipher, as I said. So, what is Caesar cipher or shift cipher? The earliest known use of substitution cipher in the simplest way, it is actually invented by Julius Caesar. That's why this technique is called Caesar cipher. So, what he said is if the key is 3, then what I have to replace, what is the monoalphabetic substitution technique of Caesar cipher says is, see, take ABCD, you write it down. Okay, so if the value is 3, then you just count 3 letters or go 3 letters ahead, and whatever the letter you are finding there after moving 3 times or 3 letters ahead, whatever the letter you are finding, that has to be replaced. So take this example, my plain text is P. If my key value is S, what will be the cipher text of P? So QRS. See, 3 is my key. So I'm counting 3 or else I'm moving ahead of 3 bits or 3 positions. Then I'm finding that after 3 positions going ahead, I'm in S. So what I'm doing, the cipher text of P is S. So I'm replacing P with S. Then the plain text is A. Then what is the corresponding ciphertext? As I said, since the key value is 3, B, C, D. So 3 times I'm moving ahead, 3 places I'm moving ahead, and I'm finding that the letter is D there. So the corresponding ciphertext is D here. So this is the simplest way of monoalphabetic substitution, that is Caesar cipher. Take a key value, but here I have converted the plain text to the ciphertext. See, the plain text is pay, and the corresponding ciphertext is SDB. So the SDB will move through the network and it will reach the receiver. The receiver, how he is going to decrypt the ciphertext into the plain text is, he should know the value, that is key value is 3. So what he will do, if he knows it, before starting it, they have to agree upon this key value, that is 3. Then they will start. This is because it is symmetric key cryptography. Since both the sender and the receiver are using the same key value called 3, it is called symmetric key cryptography. So he will be using same 3, and instead of moving ahead, he will come behind. He will move behind and he will find the plain text. So if he moves behind, that is from S, the three positions, if he comes behind, he will find P. So like this, he will convert the ciphertext to the plain text. This is how our C4 cipher or shift cipher works. Our next technique is polyalphabetic cipher. Under polyalphabetic cipher, like we are going to see some Virginia cipher, play cipher, everything. Okay. So what is polyalphabetic? As I said, if I am going to replace the set of alphabets, then it is polyalphabetic. Polyalphabetic cipher is any cipher based on substitution using multiple substitution alphabets. The Virginia cipher and the Hill cipher is probably the best examples of polyalphabetic cipher. Yes, first we'll see what is Virginia cipher. The Virginia cipher is a method of encrypting alphabetic text by using a series of interwoven Caesar cipher based on the letter of a keyword. So if a polyalphabetic cipher becomes, it uses 2 or more cipher alphabets to encrypt the data, shifted by different amounts, normally done using a word or the phrase as the encryption key. See, here what happens, there we have used only one value, that is key value is 3. So I'll explain this with this example. See, this is my key. There we saw only one key value, that is 3. Since it is polyalphabetic substitution, we'll be substituting a set of alphabets, group of alphabets simultaneously. So it is called polyalphabetic substitution here. So we need set of keys, that is multi-digit key. Here 4, 9, 3, 2, 7, 12, 5, 11. So what happens, how many symbols or how many digits we have in the key? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 keys I have. So the size of the key is 8. What I have to do is, I have to take my plain text and convert it into non-overlapping blocks of the size 8. So my plain text is like this. Wishing you much success. This is my plain text. So how I can convert it into non-overlapping block of size 8 is, see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 are there. So I have to take this Y also. This will be 8 bits which is of one block. I have to take the key and I have to substitute like this. So I have to use the key with the key 4 for the first letter W, first letter of the plain text W. So W plus 4. So X, Y, Z, and again if I move up, it is A. So what is my ciphertext? A. Then I plus 19. So I have to move 19 positions ahead and I should see what is the letter. If I see that, that is B. Then S. What is the key for S? 3. So move 3 bits ahead. Then whatever letter you are finding, that will be the corresponding ciphertext of S, H. So for every bit you will be having the different key. That is why it is called polyalphabetic substitution. So if you see, find this. So this is 8-bit key over. Again for the next block the same key should be repeated. Again for the next block the same key should be repeated. Like this it goes. This is block 1. This is block 2. And this is, again it should start. This is block 3. So 3 blocks have been divided. The block size is 8. Why it is 8? Because the key size is 8. The number of digits in the key is 8. So I am dividing my plain text into the 3 overlapping blocks of the key size. So now I have got the ciphertext like this, which I will be sending through the communication channel. And the receiver also should have the same key set. Same key set, that is multi-digit key he should have, with which he will subtract or he will move behind to get the plain text back. So he will do the decryption at the receiver side. This is called actually Virginia cipher. Next we'll move on to the technique called Hill cipher, which is also very easy. Yes, in the Hill cipher, this is a classical cryptography. It is actually invented by the scientist called Hill cipher. It's a polygraphic substitution cipher based on the linear algebra. Here you are going to use matrix multiplication. See, we have to take the plain text and multiply it with the key. Do mod 26. That will be the ciphertext. So we'll see some example. This, that is